Hello and welcome to the Learn English Lab. I'm Mike, and I'm so glad you could join us for another deep dive into a topic that I know you're eager to learn more about. And today,
excited.
We are joined by the amazing Sarah, an expert in all things language learning.
Happy to be here, Mike.
Yeah.
Looking forward to unpacking some really fascinating information with you and our listener.
Me too. And what better topic to unpack than one that's relevant to everyone who wants to communicate with the world.
Right.
The 20 best apps for learning English in 2025.
It's amazing how many options there are now. It's a really exciting time to be learning English. Whether you're a complete beginner or someone looking to polish their pronunciation, there's an app out there waiting to be discovered.
Okay, let's jump right in. First up is Bright, which promises to teach you 500 essential words in just 2 months with just 10 minutes of practice a day. I mean, talk about efficiency.
It's definitely an appealing concept, especially for those who are just starting their English language journey. Building a strong vocabulary foundation is key, but it's important to remember that language is more than just isolated words. You need to understand how to use those words in conversation and in different situations.
That's a great point. Speaking of real-life situations, Mondly focuses on teaching you conversational phrases for everyday scenarios.
Right.
And what's really cool is that they even incorporate augmented reality to make it super interactive.
Wow.
Imagine practicing how to order coffee in a virtual Parisian cafe, all from your living room.
Mondly's use of visuals and repetition can definitely help with memorization and make learning more engaging. AR can be a fun and helpful addition, but relying solely on it wouldn't provide a well-rounded learning experience. The key is to use a variety of methods and approaches.
Now, I'm guessing some of our listeners might be gearing up for a big English test, like the IELTS or TOEFL. Nudge.me could be their secret weapon. This app focuses on games and vocabulary, specifically designed for those exams. It really takes the stress out of studying.
Gamification is a brilliant way to make learning fun, and Nudge.me does a great job of tailoring its content to the specific demands of those tests. It's a fantastic option for anyone looking for targeted exam preparation.
For those just starting out, there's Lingodeer. It offers fun, structured lessons and even tracks your progress, almost like having a personal tutor.
Oh, nice.
It's a great way to break down the learning process into manageable chunks.
Lingodeer's structured approach is excellent for learners who thrive in a more organized environment. LingQ, on the other hand, takes a more immersive approach by using authentic content like podcasts and audiobooks. You're essentially learning English by listening to engaging stories and real-life conversations.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me I can learn English by listening to podcasts?
Yes.
That's amazing. Speaking of immersing yourself in the language, Duolingo app offers side-by-side reading and audio for those who love to learn through books.
Right.
It's like having a bilingual reading buddy right there with you.
Duolingo is fantastic for boosting reading comprehension and expanding your vocabulary, but for those who are ready to dive headfirst into real-time conversations, Lingbe is a great option. This app connects you with native speakers for live chat practice, giving you an opportunity to apply what you've learned in a genuine setting.
Wow. That sounds both exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking. I love that Lingbe also lets you teach your own language to others. It's a great way to connect with people from around the world and contribute to a global language learning community.
Sure.
But for someone who's maybe a little apprehensive about jumping into a conversation with a native speaker, where do they even begin?
That's where the magic of language immersion comes in. Rosetta Stone, for example, is known for teaching English by using English. This method mimics how children naturally acquire their first language, by being surrounded by the sounds and structures of the language from the very beginning.
That's incredible. I've heard so much about Rosetta Stone, and it's fascinating to hear how it actually works. But of course, we can't forget about pronunciation. That's where ELSA Speak shines.
Right.
This app uses AI to provide incredibly detailed feedback on your pronunciation, even giving you a native likeness score.
ELSA Speak is a game changer when it comes to improving your pronunciation and accent. While ELSA focuses specifically on pronunciation, FluentU uses real-world videos, like music videos and movie trailers, to teach English in a captivating and culturally relevant way. It's a fun way to learn about different accents and immerse yourself in English-speaking cultures.
FluentU's interactive captions sound amazing. You can tap on any word and get a definition, example sentences, even a funny image to help you remember it.
Yeah.
It's like having a dictionary and Rosetta Stone, a language teacher, all rolled into one. But what about those of us who are more casual learners, those who just want to squeeze in a few minutes of English practice here and there? Duolingo's bite-sized lessons are perfect for that.
Absolutely, Duolingo is incredibly effective for picking up the basics, especially for beginners. Babbel, on the other hand, focuses on teaching you practical topic-based conversations that you can use in everyday life. Imagine confidently ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions in a new city. Babbel can help you get there.
That's definitely appealing. Speaking of which, Babbel also has a speech recognition feature that allows you to practice your pronunciation.
Yeah.
And get instant feedback. It's like having a language coach in your pocket. But with all these new words and phrases coming at you, how do you make sure they actually stick? That's where Memrise comes in.
Memrise is known for using humor and user-created courses to make vocabulary memorization fun and engaging. It's not just about memorizing words, it's about making connections and creating memorable experiences that help those words stick in your long-term memory.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like when you learn a new word through a funny story or a personal experience, you're more likely to remember it.
Right.
Mosalingua takes a similar approach but emphasizes the power of spaced repetition software, or SRS.
Think of SRS as a personal trainer for your brain. It strategically schedules review sessions to help you remember information long-term. Basically, it reminds you to review those tricky words right before you're about to forget them, ensuring that they stay fresh in your mind.
So it's like having a super efficient study buddy.
Exactly.
Who knows exactly when you need a little nudge. From individualized learning to community-based experiences, Busuu provides a great blend of both. It combines structured lessons with opportunities to practice with native speakers, making it ideal for developing those all-important conversational skills.
Busuu is a great example of how technology can connect learners from all over the world and create a supportive learning community. It's like having a language exchange partner right at your fingertips. You can practice writing, speaking, and even get feedback from native speakers.
That's fantastic. From community interaction, we move to something completely different, Pimsleur. This audio-based method is all about immersing yourself in 30-minute daily dialogues. Guided by a narrator, it's a classic approach that's been helping people learn languages for decades.
Pimsleur's structured and repetitive approach is especially effective for auditory learners. Those who absorb information best through listening will really benefit from this method. Plus, the daily dialogues focus on real-life situations, which helps you develop practical conversational skills.
Pimsleur sounds really effective, especially for busy people who can fit in those 30-minute lessons on their commute or during their lunch break.
Yes.
And if you're looking for a platform that caters to diverse learning levels and styles, Innovative Language is a great option. They offer a wide variety of video and audio lessons, covering everything from grammar to cultural insights. It's like a language learning treasure chest.
It really is. Innovative Language does a fantastic job of providing resources for learners at every stage in their journey, whether you're a beginner just starting out or an advanced learner looking to refine your skills. You're sure to find something that meets your needs.
I'm blown away by the sheer variety of options, Sarah, but is there an app out there that's specifically designed for group learning? For those who enjoy studying and practicing with friends or classmates, having that social interaction can be really motivating.
Absolutely. ABA English is a great choice for group learning. They offer grammar videos, film clips, and even online tutors for personalized support. It's like having a virtual classroom where you can connect with classmates, practice your skills, and learn from each other.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Collaborative learning can be so much more engaging than studying alone. But what about those of us who crave casual conversation practice without the pressure of a formal setting? That's where Andy, the chatbot app, comes in.
Oh, cool.
It's a low-pressure way to practice your English skills through interactive chat. You can chat about your favorite topics, ask questions, and improve your conversational fluency in a relaxed and supportive environment.
Andy is like having a friendly language partner available 24/7. You can practice reading, writing, listening, and even get grammar explanations on demand. It's a perfect tool for honing your conversational skills at your own pace.
Andy sounds like the perfect digital companion for any English learner. And last but certainly not least, we have the British Council's Learn English Grammar app.
Right.
As the name suggests, it's all about mastering those sometimes tricky grammar rules in a fun and interactive way.
This app takes the fear out of grammar and makes it accessible to learners of all levels. It's done a great job of incorporating activities into each lesson, ensuring that you not only understand the rules, but can also apply them effectively in real-life situations.
Wow, Sarah, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From Seek vocabulary builders to immersive experiences and grammar gurus. Our listeners now have a toolbox filled with 20 amazing apps to choose from.
It's truly an exciting time to be learning English. With so many innovative apps at our disposal, the possibilities for growth and fluency are endless. Welcome back to the Learn English Lab. We're diving deeper into these incredible English learning apps.
Ready to unlock some serious language learning potential, Sarah? Last time we gave our listeners a taste of 20 fantastic apps. Now it's time to break down what makes each one special and help our listener figure out which ones might be their perfect match.
Let's start with Bright. The promise of learning 500 essential words in just 2 months with only 10 minutes of practice per day is really attention-grabbing. It focuses on those high-frequency words you encounter all the time, giving you a solid base for everyday communication.
It's like that saying, learn the right words, and you can speak any language. Okay, maybe not any language, but you get the idea. But Sarah, what if someone wants to go beyond just single words and actually use them in real-life conversations?
That's where Mondly shines. This app is all about practical phrases for everyday situations. Think ordering food, asking for directions, navigating public transport. And its use of AR adds that extra layer of fun and interactivity. You can literally visualize yourself chatting with a virtual teacher, practicing those phrases in context.
It's like having a personal language tutor beamed right into your living room. But let's not forget those brave souls facing the dreaded English proficiency exams, the IELTS, the TOEFL, the stuff of nightmares.
Have no fear, test takers nudge.me comes to the rescue, turning exam prep into something, dare I say, enjoyable. It cleverly gamifies exam vocabulary and grammar, making the process less intimidating and even gasp fun. Who knew learning phrasal verbs could be so entertaining?
It all comes back to finding those methods that truly resonate with your personal learning style. Speaking of which, for beginners just starting their English language adventure, there's Lingodeer. It's like having a friendly, encouraging tutor guiding you through each step of the way.
Lingodeer's well-structured lessons and progress tracking give learners a real sense of accomplishment, keeping them motivated to keep going. On the other end of the spectrum, we have LingQ, which takes a more immersive approach. It's a goldmine for anyone who loves learning through authentic content like podcasts and audiobooks.
You're saying I can improve my English simply by listening to my favorite podcasts. That's incredible. And for all the bookworms out there, we've got Bilinguap. Imagine having a bilingual friend reading alongside you, providing instant translations and insights. That's essentially what this app does.
Bilinguap is a fantastic tool for boosting reading comprehension and naturally picking up new vocabulary in context. But if you're ready to take the plunge into real-time conversations, Lingbe might be your perfect match. This app connects you with native English speakers for live chats, allowing you to put all that hard-earned knowledge into practice.
Talk about trial by fire. But imagine the confidence you'd gain from successfully navigating those real-time conversations. And what I love about Lingbe is that it also gives you the opportunity to teach your own language to others, creating this beautiful exchange of knowledge and cultural understanding. But Sarah, what about those who might feel a bit hesitant or shy about jumping into a conversation with a native speaker right away?
Well, Rosetta Stone has a unique approach that addresses that very challenge. They teach English by immersing you in the language from the get-go, using only English. It might seem counterintuitive, but it mimics the way children naturally acquire their first language by being surrounded by it constantly.
I've always been intrigued by Rosetta Stone's method. It's like going back to those early stages of language acquisition, absorbing the sounds and structures organically. It sounds like a really effective way to break down those mental barriers and develop a natural feel for the language. But of course, pronunciation is a crucial aspect of speaking English fluently and confidently. And that's where ELSA Speak steps in, acting like your own personal AI-powered pronunciation coach.
ELSA Speak's detailed feedback and native likeness score help learners identify areas where they can improve, allowing them to refine their accent and pronunciation over time. And for a more holistic approach that combines language learning with cultural immersion, FluentU is a great option. They use authentic videos like movie trailers and music videos to teach English in a way that's both engaging and culturally relevant.
Those interactive captions in FluentU sound like a game changer. Tap on any word and boom, you get a definition, example sentences, even a fun image to solidify the meaning. It's like having a dynamic multimedia dictionary at your fingertips. But Sarah, what about those of us with jam-packed schedules? Those who can only squeeze in a few minutes of learning here and there?
Duolingo is a perfect solution for busy learners. Their bite-sized lessons are ideal for those on-the-go moments. You can literally learn anytime, anywhere, whether you're waiting in line for your morning coffee or commuting to work. It's all about making the most of those little pockets of time throughout the day.
It's amazing how much you can learn in just a few minutes each day as long as you're consistent. And for those who want to focus on practical everyday conversations, Babbel is a great choice. They specialize in teaching you those essential phrases you'd use in real-life scenarios, from ordering food at a restaurant to navigating a new city.
Babbel is all about equipping you with the tools you need to communicate effectively in everyday situations. And their speech recognition feature lets you practice your pronunciation and get instant feedback, which is incredibly valuable for building confidence. It's like having a language tutor right there in your pocket. But with all this new vocabulary and knowledge coming at you, how do you ensure it all sticks?
That's where Memrise and Mosalingua come to the rescue, both employing unique strategies to make those words and phrases truly memorable. Memrise uses humor and creative mnemonics to make vocabulary learning fun and engaging, while Mosalingua harnesses the power of spaced repetition software, or SRS, for efficient review.
SRS is like a personalized memory trainer. It strategically schedules review sessions based on your individual learning progress, reminding you to revisit those tricky words and phrases right before you're likely to forget them. It's all about optimizing those review cycles for maximum retention.
It's like having a study buddy who knows exactly when your brain needs that extra nudge. And speaking of support and connection, Busuu blends structured lessons with opportunities to practice with native speakers, making it a fantastic choice for anyone looking to develop their conversational skills and build confidence in real-life interactions.
Busuu is a brilliant example of how technology can be used to create a vibrant, supportive language learning community. It's like having a global network of language partners right at your fingertips, all eager to help you improve your English and share their culture with you.
It's amazing to think how accessible language learning has become, thanks to these incredible apps. From individualized learning to community-based experiences, the options are truly limitless. Now, for those who appreciate a more classic approach, there's Pimsleur, an audio-based method that's been helping people learn languages for decades.
Pimsleur's structured, repetitive approach is particularly effective for auditory learners. It's like having your own personal language tutor guiding you through those daily dialogues, focusing on practical vocabulary and everyday situations.
Pimsleur sounds like a great option for busy learners who want a structured, proven method that they can easily fit into their daily routines. And if you're looking for a platform that caters to a wide range of learning levels and styles, Innovative Language has something for everyone. They offer a diverse selection of video and audio lessons covering everything from grammar and vocabulary to cultural insights and pronunciation tips.
Innovative Language is like a one-stop shop for all your English learning needs. They've done an incredible job of curating a comprehensive library of resources that caters to learners at every stage of their journey.
I'm constantly amazed by the sheer volume and variety of learning resources available through Innovative Language. It's like having a language learning buffet right at your fingertips. But what about those who thrive in a group learning environment? Those who prefer to study and practice with classmates or friends? It can be so much more motivating and fun to learn alongside others.
You're absolutely right. Social interaction can be a powerful motivator in the learning process. And for those who prefer a collaborative learning experience, ABA English is a fantastic option. They offer grammar videos, film clips, and even online tutors for personalized support.
It's like having a virtual classroom right in your pocket. Imagine watching a film clip together with classmates, discussing the language used, and then practicing those new phrases in a fun and interactive way. Talk about a dynamic and engaging learning experience. But what about those who prefer a more casual, low-pressure way to practice their conversational skills?
Well, Andy, the chatbot app is a great solution for that. It's a fun and engaging way to practice your English through interactive chat. You can chat about your favorite topics, ask questions, and even get grammar explanations on demand. It's like having a friendly language partner available 24/7, ready to help you improve your fluency and confidence.
Andy sounds like the perfect digital companion for anyone who feels a bit shy or hesitant about speaking English out loud in a traditional classroom setting. And to round out our exploration of these incredible language learning apps, we have the British Council's Learn English Grammar app. This app is a must-have for anyone looking to master the finer points of English grammar.
The Learn English Grammar app takes the mystery out of grammar and makes it accessible to learners of all levels. They've incorporated games and activities into each lesson, ensuring that you not only learn the rules, but also learn how to apply them effectively in real-world situations.
It's amazing how these apps have revolutionized the way we learn languages. From vocabulary builders and pronunciation coaches to grammar gurus and immersive experiences, there's something for everyone. But the real question is, how do our listeners navigate this vast landscape of options and find the perfect app for their individual needs and goals?
That's a great question, Mike, and that's exactly what we'll be exploring in part 3 of our deep dive into the 20 best apps for learning English. We'll be sharing some valuable tips and insights to help our listeners choose the app that's right for them, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Learn English Lab. We've made it to the final part of our deep dive into the best apps for learning English.
It's been an amazing journey exploring all these incredible options.
It really has, Sarah, from vocabulary powerhouses like Bright and Memrise to immersive experiences like Rosetta Stone and FluentU.
And let's not forget those apps that focus on specific goals like Nidge.me for exam preparation or Busuu for connecting with native speakers.
It's like having a language learning buffet right at your fingertips. But with so many choices, how does our listener decide which app is the perfect fit?
That's the million-dollar question, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The key is to think about your own learning style, your goals, and the time you can realistically commit.
Makes sense. So let's start with learning styles. Some people are visual learners, others auditory, and then there are those who learn best by doing.
Exactly. If you're a visual learner, Mondly with its AR features or FluentU with its real-world videos might be a good fit.
And an auditory learner might prefer Pimsleur's audio-based method or LingQ's podcasts.
Right. It's all about finding what works for you.
And of course, your goals play a big role too. Do you want to build vocabulary master grammar ace in exam? Or just feel more confident in conversations?
Exactly. Each app has its strengths. So if you're prepping for an exam, Knidge.me would be a great choice. And for conversational fluency, there's Babbel, Lingbe, and
So many options, it can be a bit overwhelming. But another important factor is time commitment. Some apps require more time than others.
Right, like Pimsleur's 30-minute lessons versus Duolingo or Memrise, which you can use for quick bursts of learning throughout the day.
Even a few minutes here and there can add up, but ultimately the best app is the one you'll actually use.
Couldn't agree more. It needs to be something you enjoy, something that makes you want to open it up and learn.
Like finding a language learning buddy that fits your personality and your style.
Exactly, and don't be afraid to experiment. Try out a few different apps and see what clicks for you.
That's the beauty of the digital world, so much to explore.
So find what sparks your passion for learning English, and remember, the most effective learning happens when you're having fun.
This has been an amazing deep dive, Sarah. Thanks for joining us.
The pleasure was all mine, Mike, and to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you feel empowered to choose the app that's right for you.
And remember, the most effective app is the one you'll actually use consistently. So find what makes learning enjoyable and fits into your life. That's the key to unlocking your language learning potential. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Learn English Lab for more adventures in language learning. Until next time, keep those language skills sharp and never stop exploring. A Society for